Welcome back, freeloaders, to episode number 9 of Loading Minecraft, and this time I mean it. It is actually episode 9. Not episode 8, not like I did last time, but it is actually episode 9. I wanted to welcome you guys back. It's been a pretty busy week for me. I haven't had much time to play, but I knuckled down and just played a crap ton today. I'm actually really excited. I had a really busy week at work. Didn't get a lot of video game time in, so I'm really excited to be playing this and recording this video with you guys. First of all, what we're going to start off with is I completed some farms in the area. We're going to go over the cow farm because I kind of looked at it. I showed you guys what it looks like, but I'm going to kind of explain what it does and how it works. And then as well as look at some of the other farms that I built today. So you can kind of see down in the end, I actually did rebuild the nano farm. So it's actually facing the right way. It's now the cap at the end of here. So the way that this one works is you actually just take seeds, carrots, or potatoes, and when you stand on this pressure plate, it's going to move this block of tilled dirt up and down at rapid fire. There's actually 6 dispensers, 3 on top, 3 on bottom. They're going to be dispensing bone meal. And if you know how this works, I apologize for giving you a recap. If you don't know how it works, I think it's kind of something that you should know how to do. I always try to put one of these on my single player worlds. It's just really quick. So by standing on this, and I do apologize in advance, it's going to be a little bit loud. When we stand on it, it's going to dispense 3 pieces of bone meal when it's up here and 3 at the bottom. So it'll instantly grow the wheat, and then when it moves the block either up or down, it'll break the wheat and we'll be able to collect it. That's kind of why that's actually why this fence post is here. It's actually going to stop us from falling in the hole. So I'll go ahead and show you how this works. Standing on the pressure plate, you can see it's dispensing. Just by holding right click, it's going to start using the seeds and breaking the wheat, and we're going to start collecting it. I actually tested it to see how much wheat it produced, and it's about, I got a stack in 13 in 1 minute. So you're looking at a stack per minute of wheat. So it's not bad. It's in my opinion, it's actually pretty good. Way better than sitting around waiting for it to grow out in the sun or by bone mealing each individual piece. So must have for I think any single player let's play. We also have this nether wart form, and the reason why I have this is unnecessary as far as I'm concerned. I didn't want this gate to be here, but I can't tell if mobs are spawning in there and then getting out and walking around, because I keep finding mobs just randomly walking around our base. If you bring up F3, you can see that the light level in here is nice. It's up at 12 right now. When I'm standing on the light, it's 14. And as soon as you walk out here, light level is 0. So I don't know what that's about, if it actually does spawn mobs or that just happens to be a bug. I'm not sure. I haven't dealt with nether wart farms very often. But what this one is, as you can see, there's a button, there's dispensers in the back. What it does, dispenses some water, pushes them all forward so that it kind of groups up down here. Go ahead and wait, because I don't want to walk over all that slow sand. Turn it off, open the gate. And actually I had dispensers here, or not dispensers, sorry, hoppers here. But I think that this, as you can see when I walk over, I kind of go down a little bit, and actually I think it should be, so we're at 54, now we're at 53.875, and so when the water pushes the items down here as their entities, it actually gets stuck on the hopper. It only picks up, I'd say, like half of them. So instead of doing that, I tried to just kind of keep with the theme of the stairs on this side, put the stairs on that side, but with the mob problem, I put the gate up just to see if it traps anybody in there. And I know that you can actually jump up here. I don't know if mobs are smart enough to see that this isn't if this is a fence or not. So if I find that there's no mobs here, probably going to take this fence down to make it look a little bit better. Haven't used this farm too much. That's how much we got. And yeah, you have to manual plant it, and I'll do that later. But this is my gem. So what happens is, and actually I already have some cows up there. By pressing this button here, it'll dispense water on each of the dispensers, making the cows jump up and down. Using wheat, you can feed all of them. The reason why they jump up and down is because if they're all stationary and they're all standing in the same spot, you can't hit all of them. But as you can see, even though the water dispensed and they all were in water at the same time, they all jump at different intervals. So you'll be able to actually feed them all in that one spot. And as you can see behind there, it actually has all four sides are open. So the baby cows will actually just launch out of there And what happens is they get fed down into this center point, brought back, and then pulled up a water elevator, I guess a mob elevator, and then dropped here to grow up. Once grown up, there's a couple options. I have a half slab here so I can just hit them, or you can press this and it dispenses lava. But because I have a looting sword, I usually just go right here and start spamming because it's going to give me more items. Just kind of kill them all. And as you can see, it's going to get dispensed down into here. So that's how this works. And actually, yeah, we're going to... yeah, let's grab some of this. So, go ahead and see it in action real quick. You see that they're all grown up. These guys are jumping up. And if you could see underneath the glass... Let's see if we could find any. They're just launching out of there. So, with my other one, or my other cow farm, the problem is they had the adults up here, and they were going to get dispensed, you feed them, they breed, and then it should fall into a little area off to the side. They would actually just stay with the parents. They wouldn't fall down, so I was losing like half the babies. They would just stay up there and grow up. So it was kind of a problem. But this one, I don't have that problem. I haven't seen any of the babies actually stay in the water or even up there. They tend to move around a lot more than the adults do. Well, I guess the adults are kind of stuck because they're too high and their heads are stuck in glass. But that's beside the point. This is an awesome farm. I'll actually put a link in the description because I'm pretty sure I forgot last time to the tutorial made by Tango Tech. So if I can remember, I'll put it in there. But what we're going to be working on today is actually over at the mob farm. So let me go ahead and grab a few resources and I'll meet you guys. Alright guys, and we are here. So as you can see, I kind of built this platform out a little bit. And I was building in a creative world to kind of see what I wanted to do with this area. I wasn't quite sure, but I have a design down. And actually, if you could see, I've got the portal up here as you can see. I also have a portal at the bottom. And that's actually a one-way nether portal. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and take a look at that. We'll be able to get back up. I think it's going to be easier from this side is which one it is. Yep, right there. So let's... And we're here. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a... Oh, no, that's because this isn't actually that big. But the way this is a one-way ender portal, and the way that this actually... Ender portal? I don't know why I keep saying that. Nether portal. The way that this works is using this button, what it does is it uses a dispenser to light using flint and steel. And then after this hopper timer goes off, it'll actually dispense a bucket of water into the portal, breaking it. So we'll actually go to this portal here, and the portal up there linked to the same portal. Now, the reason why this one has to turn off is because if I were to walk through this portal, it would link to the one in the nether. If I were to walk back out, I would be at this nether portal. So we need it to break. But I did find that because like somewhere, I think when the release of 8.1 came out, it kind of broke this. And I was sitting here trying to figure out how to get it to work. What would happen is I would go through this portal, go into the nether, and then when I walk back through this portal, I would spawn here, and then the portal would break. So I'll go ahead and run it real quick. So you see there's a portal. A few seconds later, dispenses water, breaks. Well, that breaking animation and the water dispensing and getting pulled back in would actually happen after I came back. And if you build this design, the way that I found out to get around it was once you're in the nether to actually throw an item through the portal. What that does is it'll actually send it to this portal, loading this chunk and giving it a second to dispense the water and break the portal. So we'll go ahead and, oh, actually, that was too quick. So the other thing with this is you actually have to be standing in the portal or when you press the button, or it won't give you enough time, or you have to be at least walking into the portal. So let's go, we're going to check this. That's why I have it open. So it's 11 blocks. Let's go ahead and go through. Hopefully this works and I don't make an ass out of myself. So let's see. Oh, lag. Wow. So we're going to wait a few seconds and we're going to toss a piece of steak in there. Wait for it to go through. And now we should be able to go back through this portal and be at the top portal, not the bottom portal. And we are. It works. So one-way nether portal. The only reason I have that down there is so if we have to do any maintenance down there, because I don't plan on spending too much time down there, and I think I might actually build one even lower than that, or do a separate portal entirely. And the reason for that is right past this island that we took out, I think right about there is actually a, what are they called? the ocean monuments. I've never been there. And actually, in the design that we're going to be doing in here, I'm going to need 6 lanterns. I don't know if we're going to do that today, so I might just do glowstone. It might not look good with the glowstone. I'm positive it won't look good with the glowstone. So they will be swapped out for sea lanterns when we have them available. But for now, I'm just going to use a lamp or some glowstone. So I'm going to go ahead and get the item sorter started, which is going to go right around here behind these chests. And I'll bring you back when I have a little bit of progress. Welcome back, everybody. What for you was the half a second, took me about an hour. I don't care how ready I get for things. I brought everything over, put them in chests, thought I was ready, had the chest in the wrong spot, forgot a bunch of materials, ran back, got more materials, brought them back. Next step, forgot more materials. So it was a back and forth for me. Probably took way longer than it should have, but I got it running. So I brought these in, the chest in one because it was a little bit too far back. You can see we got ice, some diorite going on, temporary stairs, keyword temporary, these are going out. And actually, we're going to be getting rid of this whole floor. Actually, can't wait. Just want to give you guys a progress update. As you can see, items are coming up, and actually, because I had this turned off, they piled up. So we got kind of a backlog. That ticking noise is our new item dispenser. The same thing we have down there. It's a dropper, so it doesn't just shoot the arrows out. Accidentally put a dispenser in there. Got hit by a couple of arrows. It was hilarious. So got that fixed. Now it's a dropper, so it's dropping the items instead of shooting the arrows. It's pushing them around. And what it has right here is underneath me is some ice, so it's moving those items really fast. And then what this setup right here is, we have 2 ender chests. The reason why we have ender chests, and you can actually replace them with cakes. The reason why you'd want cakes or ender chests is because they're actually a little bit smaller than your average block. So you can see there's a little bit of room right there. So what happens is, as it turns the corner, it pushes the item straight up against this block edge right here. So it's actually in between 2 blocks, which means it gets the benefit of moving fast on ice. And then what you do is you keep you put fence gates, or not fence gates. I guess fence gates would work, but I have just wood fences. The reason for that is it keeps it the item thinks it's a block, but it's not a full block, so it's not going to push it back into the water stream. So because it rides that line, it's going to go speedy past the ice, but it's still going to be within range of those hoppers. So I actually have item filters. Wow, I'm stuttering since I got back. I apologize. Really don't care. But so right here, and what's going to happen is it's going to run past those hoppers. And in this hopper, you can see we have arrows. And the reason why this has a certain amount of arrows in it is because we actually have that, instead of having that hopper pointed down, so it's not going to just unload, it's actually going to try to push them into this comparator. So the comparator is taking a level, releasing it down here, and you'll see every time an item comes through, it'll actually release this, turning the torch off and letting it go through. But only of the item that's already in, not that one, already in this. That's why it's spread out like that. So you'll see that only arrows are going in this one. This one's only for bones. This one should be for gunpowder. Let's see, don't want to fall off the edge. Gunpowder. And then this last one. So I built this whole thing, got 4 chests, and was thinking, okay, so we have the arrows, we have bones, we have gunpowder, and we have rotten flesh. And we have all the stuff that witches drop. There should be a 5th row of chests here. Or what should happen is the rotten flesh should go. One of the two. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this up. Maybe in the future. So this is just going to get full of random goods. This is stuff that I probably have fallen in hoppers while I was doing some work up there. All the random items are going to fall in here. But what we're going to do at a later time is actually put an item filter here that will actually filter out the rotted flesh and throw it either out into the water or into lava so we can get rid of it. And the reason for that is we don't need rotten flesh. We have the zombie farm back at the base. If we need rotten flesh, we'll go there. And I can't imagine we're going to need a ton of it. I mean, we don't have any villagers yet. And when we do, let's just kill some zombies. So most likely that's just going to get put out into the wayside. And then this section right here will be just for the stuff that witches drop. Being sticks, glowstone, redstone, bottles, anything like that. So I wanted to give you guys a progress update. This is how far I've got. The next thing that we're going to be doing is, or that I'm going to be doing is, taking this floor out and getting the new one put in, getting some walls and a ceiling put on. I'm actually really stoked about this build. And like I said, I had already built it once in a creative, and now, so I knew exactly what I needed. Trying to speed this episode up a lot, because nobody wants to go through the whole building process with me. Trust me, it's a lengthy one. So I'm going to go ahead and make a cut here, and I'll bring you back when I got a little bit more progress. Alright guys, a little bit of a progress update. As you can see, we're going to go with something a little bit more white. This is a little bit out of my design style. I don't normally use these materials, so I want to do something new. So as you can see, we're going with a white glass underneath. Got some quartz pillars, some chiseled quartz stairs, and some polished diorite going around the end. So just want to kind of give you guys a sneak peek of a half-finished product. But yeah, so this is kind of what it's gonna look like. I can't wait for you guys to see it when it's completely finished. And like I said, one thing that we are missing that we won't be able to do today is going to be the sea lanterns that are gonna go here in the floor as well as in the ceiling. But I'm going to keep on chugging along, and I'll see you guys in another few minutes. Alright guys, the mob farm, in my opinion, is now finished. And I think it looks awesome. Check it out. So I kind of went for a Pantheon look. We're like floating in the sky, marble, bright white, clean. This is what I came up with, and I'm actually pretty excited about it. And like I said, there's going to be some sea lanterns that are in the floor, and I'm going to be putting one here. I think it's wherever the pillars are in the middle of the room. So one here, one here, one here, and then one's directly above, because it breaks up that ceiling. The reason why I went with just a standard ceiling made out of the regular diorite, this block right here, is because the focus isn't the ceiling. I wanted the ceiling to be kind of plain, but I want your eyes to look around the room. So with panes on the side for a little bit more detail, you know. So you get that depth. I went with the stairs. Got some chiseled blocks. Inset right here, just, you know, a little focal point. And you can see the items coming up the elevator. And I know that looking down at this mob farm, just made out of cobblestone, kind of, I would say it's a little bit of an eyesore myself. So we actually have a plan for that coming up. It's a surprise, so you'll see it when it happens. One day we'll be walking in here and bam, it'll be different. You won't even see it coming. It'll come out of nowhere. So I think this is going to wrap up this week's episode. But before you guys head out, there are a few things I wanted to talk about. Hopefully you guys noticed I didn't have to point it out to you. I did get my new microphone. I'm the proud owner of a Blue Yeti microphone. So hopefully the audio quality is a little bit better than what the norm is on as far as my videos are concerned. And the other exciting thing is I've been talking to both Loading Patrick and Loading Ted, as well as some of the people that watch the channel. And it sounds like what's going to happen is we're going to go to two Minecraft videos a week. I do plan on starting another series that you can keep your eyes out for. But the schedule for Loading Minecraft is going to be Sundays and Thursdays at noon Pacific Standard Time. So you guys can catch me at my videos then. Do keep in mind, if you like the video, don't forget to leave a like. If you guys want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. My name is LoadingRICHARD, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.